What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about why the stock market most likely bottomed a week ago today when the Qs hit 421 on the nose, and we added to our retirement account. So the obvious question of this day is, with that huge CPI number coming out Wednesday morning at 8:30, are we going to go up and through the 50-day moving averages across the board, or are we about to retest the lows? All that and more. All right. Hey, YouTube. Happy Monday to you. How the fuck are you? Tell me in the comments below. It's been 2 weeks. You probably wondered if I was DIA or DEI according to the fucking federal government. And by the way, before I go any further, and let me try to offend as many people as I can right fucking now, I have been saying for the last several years, flying cars and trips to motherfucking Mars. We've had 3 secular bull markets since the 1940s. Post-World War II, the 1980s and 90s as a result of the boomers and the internet that Al Gore invented. By the way, ladies, don't go knock on Al's door late night at the Ritz or the Four Seasons. Mr. Rub and a Tug just asked Tipper. She divorced him. He's got a proclivity to answer in his silk fucking robe, so don't do it. And then the third secular bull market began at the lows of the Great Recession in 2009. And while we did have a major drawdown on the scamdemic of 2020, anybody who bought into that as we did has made a bloody motherfucking fortune. And I'm here to tell you that half of this secular bull market, the prior two were 26 and 27 years, it's only half over. The millennials and Gen Z, along with AI, productivity gains, massive corporate buybacks, and $6 trillion of dumb retail money that is still on the sidelines and will be for the next 5 or 10 years, is going to drive the market much higher. The Dow and the S&P, at minimum, in my opinion, are going to double. The NASDAQ, along with Bitcoin, are going to triple, if not more. But if somebody who got 0 fucking primary votes the last time she ran is somebody who was the most popular vice president since Dan motherfucking Quayle, somehow, along with the fake news and the hidden hand, takes out the former president of the United States who's been battle tested, a very imperfect man, going after fucking Brian Kemp and his wife in my state, dumb. But it's a better alternative. Drill, baby, drill. Bring down inflation, the price of gas and oil. Productivity is going to go through the roof. He's pro-crypto. This fucking market's going to be on fire if Trump comes back. But if he doesn't, and this has absolutely nothing to do with women's rights, which I empathize with, believe me. And I'm an independent that has voted as many times blue. I thought Slick Willie, Bill Clinton, couldn't keep his cock in his fucking pants, but he was a heck of a president. He cooperated with Newt Gingrich. We had surpluses back then. I was a licensed broker from 93 to 07. The market was fucking rocking. In fact, from 1995 to 2000, we had at least a dozen 10 or 15% drawdowns in the midst of a raging secular bull, just like right now. The NASDAQ was down almost 15% last Monday. The VIX was the third highest ever in 50 years. The only time it was higher was in the 2008 low and the scamdemic drop in 2020. They were throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We put half of our retirement cash into the market. But if she wins, I'm telling you right fucking now, we're going to have to readjust our expectations. We're still going to make money. In fact, it's probably why most of you that are willing to give me a chance for less than $2 a day if you pay by the year and save 25% are going to need me more than ever. Because if you're aware of what's really going on, and Klaus Schwab told you in fucking Davos 6 months ago, he said every human being, the goal is to get you chipped by 2030. Social credit system, just like China, 24/7 surveillance, digital currency, encrypted so they know where you are, when you are, what you're buying, how much you're buying, at all times. Get rid of fucking healthcare for anyone who wants choice. It's going to be government-run institutions. Why do you think BlackRock, which is basically funded and run by the CIA through Mr. Fink, who can go fuck himself, if I haven't been shadow banned enough in this video, Why do you think they're telling you you're going to be a renter and you're going to love it or you're going to be happy with it? You will own nothing. Read Carol Ross' book. Why do you think all those Chinese folks were swan diving out the fucking window during the scandemic? Because the government, the CCP, has control of the locks on the outside of the door. What do you think's coming here to the U.S.? Trump and, dare I say, Vance, Vivek, whatever you want to call it, or fucking DeSantis can slow it down if we somehow get control of the White House for the next 12 years. But if the Democrats win, because they've already given up on the black vote, that's why they're shipping 15 million plus and fucking them, getting them registered to vote in terms of the illegal immigrants, it's over. We can still go higher. They will pay you for forced compliance just like they do in China. But the minute you jaywalk, this is fined, deducted out of your account. They've already written, in fact, and I can go off on a tangent, I will in another video, they've already written new terms and conditions for the banks. Jamie Dimon, one of the biggest scumbags, far left lunatics on Wall Street at Chase, which is why I'll never, other than use their credit card, bank with them. They've already written into the terms and conditions that if you spread hate speech like I'm doing now or misinformation, they will lock you out of your bank account. They will hit you with fines. That's already been written. So before you go in there and pull blue, understand what the fuck you're doing. With that said, there's always going to be hot money opportunities. And the market's still going to march much higher over the next 5 or 10 years, regardless of who's in the White House. And I'm assuming that the Republicans are going to have control, if not one of both houses in Congress. But they can't stop it. How else do you guys think they're going to control 8 billion people that have a fucking cell phone, that are realizing the whole thing is fucking rigged? How can you take a woman who was with downtown fucking Willie Brown, spent most of her time with him on her fucking knees, was the most unpopular, 92% of her own fucking office has quit in the last 3 years. Do your research. All of a sudden she's ahead in some fucking battleground states than Trump. I got a lot more to say on the subject. But let's get this crystal fucking clear if it's not already. I don't care who you're voting for. I don't care who you're sleeping with. I don't care the color of your skin. You go inside our private community, it's black, brown, gay, straight, independent, Democrat, Republican, coming together as one. And we have a lot of motherfucking fun. And if you want to be a part of the show, you go to shopsmallbiz.com, get a Discord. If you don't have a small biz, that's 2/3 of our members. You just want to make money in the stock market. Premium if you do, which has everything. Again, it's shopsmallbiz.com. So in closing, and I'll even throw in a Kraken. Did I just buy some at 190 and change? Stay tuned. I think the stock market lows are in, at least for this cycle low. We're most likely going to go run up and fill a couple of gaps, another 5 or 6% in the S&P and the NASDAQ, 472 and change on the Qs, maybe overshoot it. Oh, everything, the coast is clear. We've reclaimed the 50-day moving average. September into mid to late October, very nasty time of the year, even during an election cycle. And something tells me we ain't seen nothing yet in terms of the drama. So we're going to have to be careful over the course of the next month or two. And if you're like me, whether it's in CRKN or a couple of other stocks that we've gotten whacked in, there has been a liquidity vacuum for penny stocks. Look what they're doing to Mullen and GNS, which has got another fucking reverse split coming. In CEI, my goodness, now it's CEIN on the OT sheet, pink sheets at 2.5, 3 cents a share. I could keep going. They have absolutely obliterated FFIE back to 20 cents after going from a nickel to 4 back to 20. They have gutted 70, 80, even 90% anything trading under $1. And now the NASDAQ's proposing a new rule basically that says you can't be a serial reverse splitter, AKA Mullen, and stay on the NASDAQ if this passes. Now, what they'll probably do to go around it is they'll just do a bigger reverse. Right? Instead of doing the typical reverse to get it to $2 or $3, they'll go to 10 or 12 so they can survive at least 2 or 3 years before they have to do another one. But it's getting a lot more difficult for a variety of reasons, and it's even affecting the shit coins like SHIB and DOGE in the high-risk speculative market. But of the 7 core holdings we own, and we bought some NVIDIA at 92, you're fucking welcome. Last trade 111. Am I going to hold it for retirement or dump it before earnings on the 28th? I'm not sure. But if you go to shopsmallbiz.com and get yourself a Discord if you don't have a Small Biz Premium, if you do, you'll be certain to know. So in closing, need to clean that vent. CRKN, the CEO, is the worst. He has no credibility. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they got a couple of lawsuits going back a couple of years, one by the company that owns Yahoo Finance. Basically accused him of lying, being deceptive when they used to send out all those airy-fairy fucking shareholder letters with all those massive contracts that never happened. They give away 300 million shares to the Keystone Cops before the reverse split. Boaz saved that company. You go to his LinkedIn page, it's impressive. He's obviously very excited about what he's doing, and that's 99% of the business. Now they're going to go off into lead pipe, water treatment bullshit. That's going to cost money. So I haven't talked to that asshole since I got out of 20% at a dime before the split, but we did just buy some at 190 and change, limit 2. Took my average from around 12.5 down to 8.79, I think, and I'm done. I've got a full position. So we did save those that are in our private Discord community from buying at 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We waited all the way down minus 80% to get our average down. We did not buy it all the way fucking down while he was most likely, along with the Keystone Cops, peppering the fucking float with that ELOC, equipment line of credit. What he must do, and the earnings are coming this week in the next few days, he's got to come out and say, look, like he did 6 months ago, along with Joel, who apparently is also full of shit. They have to do what they said they were going to do. Buy back some stock personally. So far, all they do is give a bunch away. And you got to get off the tit and stop diluting and destroying shareholder motherfucking value and draw on a non-dilutive line of credit so that if they do show 8, 9, 10x year-over-year growth, and that's expected, and remember in the last call where they said they were going to be net income positive by the fourth quarter, if that's true, and they've got decent, or dare I say excellent forward guidance with the rollout of the smart window insert biz, then yeah, the stock could double like that. But if he continues to do what he's been doing now for the better part of the last 2.5 years, it's going to be just like some of the other names that I mentioned. They're eventually going to grind it down to $1 or less. The dark pool institutions, probably one of which is suing them, are going to continue to hammer the motherfucking stock because they're not being held accountable for the naked selling. And you and I are going to be forced at some point in the next 6 months to say, you know what? We really got bent over this desk all the way in, up, and out the other side without any lube whatsoever. So until next time, always remember that I love you, and I thank you so very much for watching.